Hey everyone, it's Miss Joanne here, and I'm back with another craft for you. Today I have a cute little bumblebee. It was kind of in honor of Earth Day, so here it is. It's funny, it looks very big on the screen, but it's not very big in reality. And what it's made from is two heart shapes. There's one heart shape for the body and one heart shape for the head, a piece of pipe cleaner, and some black strips of construction paper to make the stripes on the body. So that's what we're going to do right now. I have my heart already partially drawn. Can you see that? On my paper. So I'm just going to cut that out. I made kind of a chubby heart. I wanted them to be happy looking bees, not pruny looking bees. So let's see how this one came out. Here's my half, and let's see how it looks when it's a whole one. Okay, that's a fat heart. We want a fat heart. And then for my face, I also drew that one on a little bit. So I'm going to cut that out. And you all know how to do that. You just start and make the hump and go down to a point. It's really, after you've folded your paper, it's really just kind of like trimming off corners, which I just learned the other day. I'm a slow learner, what can I say? Okay, so here we go. I'm making my other little heart. Oops, can't get my fingers out of the scissors. So there's my other heart. That's going to be the little face. Here's my little body. I had already cut out my strips. Yeah, I'm much better supplied today. Now I have construction paper. I'm so excited. Okay, and let's see, I'm just going to put my scraps over there. And pray that I don't drop any, because I have a crazy little dog who, if he finds paper, will eat it. He will also eat many other things. So I have to be very careful. I have my pencils. I'm not going to need them anymore because I did my drawing. Okay, so here's my first heart. And I am going to glue on my strips. Let's see. So on this little guy, I did 3 strips. So that's probably what I'm going to do again. Let's see. And they're different widths. I wasn't crazy about how narrow or wide they were. The thing is that they have to be long enough for your heart. So if you just hold it against there and say, okay, that looks good, cut it a little bigger. That's fine, because we're going to just trim it off. And put a little bit of glue. Now, if you have a glue stick, that would be fantastic. I don't have a glue stick. Although I have ordered some from the wonderful Amazon. We shall see if and when they come. So meanwhile, I'm using my school glue, and it really is not going to take very much. So I'm going to glue my one strip on here. Okay, and as I said, I'm leaving it sticking off. Do you see how it's sticking off the edges there? Maybe if I hold it against the white, you can see it better. Okay, so there's my first strip. And I'm going to glue another strip. So I'm just guesstimating the width. Like, okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm snipping it a little bigger because I'm going to trim it after I do it. Okay, and get my glue again. Now this one's a skinnier strip. I have to be more careful if I don't want to get the glue on my fingers, because we all know Miss Joanne doesn't like glue on her fingers. Okay, let's see. There's a glob in there. It got all thick in one spot, but I think it'll be okay. There we go. Okay, so now here I'm going to glue my next piece on. Let's see. Oh, let's slide it over a little. There we go. So it sticks off on both sides, because again, I'm going to trim those. Okay, got some glue on my fingers. Ew, ew, ew. All right, I had a little one left over from the other one. Let's see if that's big enough. Yeah, not quite. So let me use this one. Okay, because I want it to go the whole width. I don't want to see a blank spot. Okay, and if you notice, my strips are a little skinnier, a little fatter. It's fine, doesn't matter. Okay, let me put a little glue on this one. Glue bottle's getting a little empty there. Okay, here we go. stick it on. And once you get it on there, you can slide it a little bit to get it where you want it. Okay, now on my original, well, my original looked like this. And I made it out of an envelope, and its little antennae were here. They fell off. Okay, so that's what my prototype looked like. And then this was my cute one. Okay, so here we go. And my cute one, you notice it has a little point on the end. And I decided that the heart wasn't pointy enough, so I glued a little piece on there too. So here we go. Let's see, I'm going to cut out a little pointy piece to stick on as his stinger. I think I want the fatter paper. Let's see. You know, when I did it the first time, I just snipped and went, oh, that's good. Now I'm thinking about it too much. There we go. I'm going to cut a wider piece. There we go. Okay, so I have a little tiny triangle. I can get it off the mat. There we go. There's my little triangle. I'm going to try it on for size. Let's see. How does it fit? I think it fits pretty darned well. See, it's right there. So I'll put a little glue. Come on. There we go. I'm going to stick it on. There we go. Okay, come on. Slip a little. Okay, now I'm going to let that piece sit for a few moments and dry a little tiny bit. Let's see if I can get that to stick down better. There we go. Okay, now if you had glue stick, that wouldn't be a problem. You wouldn't have to worry about that. Okay, in the meantime, I have my pipe cleaner, and I'm going to fold my pipe cleaner in kind of a U shape and sort of make the bottom flat. Okay, and I didn't go perfectly even. It probably doesn't matter, but you know. Okay, and then now if you have, or your mom has maybe, or an older sister, jewelry making pliers, that would be a great thing to use for this. But I don't, so I'm just gonna get my fingers pinched a little bit by the end of the pipe cleaner. And if you've seen us do this in the library, we have, I don't have another regular pipe cleaner here. I brought a glittery one. We use fingernail clippers and we just snip it off. It works really, really well. You can use a scissor. It may damage your scissor, so you have to be careful. Or mom or dad probably has wire cutters. You could have them cut it, or you can just keep bending it, bending it, bending it, bending it, bending it, bending it, bending it in the same exact spot, and eventually it will break. You will be left with a little bit of a sharp point. But those are a couple of ways of cutting your pipe cleaner. Okay, I'm just sticking down my strips again a little bit, let them dry a little bit more. So here's my pipe cleaner that I was bending the tips of before I digressed to tell you how to cut the pipe cleaner. Okay, in case you didn't already know. And I'm bending the ends just to make it a little, I don't know, I think it looks a little bit more like an antenna. Except I don't really know. I have not looked at a picture of a bee's antennas. I know moth antennae are very fluffy and puffy. Butterflies aren't. They're skinny with a little tiny thing on the end. So that's what I was kind of thinking of with this. So there's my little antennae already. And I have my other little heart. And I'm going to make a little face on it. I lost my marker. There it is. So I have one of those chisel tip. Okay, any marker, any crayon, whatever you want to use, it's fine. You can just use a plain old ordinary pencil. That's great too. Okay, and I'm going to give this one round eyes. The other one I gave sleepy looking eyes. Okay, this one's got round eyes. Kind of round. Come on, get round. Okay, there we go. Little round eyes. If you wanted to give it little colored cheeks, like a little pink for its cheeks, you could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to give it a mouth. And my mouth is going to be a very simple mouth. It's just a little curve. There we go, just like a smiley face. No biggies. Okay, and I am going to get my face. Okay, now what I just realized, I I glued them and I taped them because they weren't sticking. I didn't bring the tape with me, so I'm going to see if they stick. That's all. Okay, but right now the face is setting aside because this is pretty well dried. I'm going to trim off the excess. The glue got on my scissor. Okay, and on my fingers, doesn't want to let go. Okay, here we go. Trim that a little. Go over here, trim this a little, and this a little, and this a little. Okay, so there's my bee's back with his little stinger. You see it? Okay, I'm going to fold it again, make sure it's well creased, because now it has those other layers of paper that weren't creased. And I'm going to take my scissor and I'm going to snip. Okay, so I snipped in where the heart is. Can you see how I did a little snip there? I'm going to take that and overlap it. So now it's becoming a sort of a cone shape. Okay, you can tape that if you want. Glue stick would work great. It's probably not going to work as well with my glue because it's going to take a little time. Again, it takes a little time to dry. So there we go. Oh, I could have put more than that. I could have gone up higher. Come on. Okay, and you just overlap it. Can you see how I'm making it go over? There we go. And I'm going to pinch that down. Hold it there. Now, I was thinking, I didn't put them on this bee, but I was thinking that if you wanted, you could probably add some kind of cute little tissuey paper wings or something. You could get as fancy as you wanted. Okay, well, I'm pinching this together here. It's a little globby. Okay, and I've got my little face and my antennae. And I'm going to put a little glue on the back. As I said, this is probably not going to stay as well on here as the other one did, simply because I'm working kind of fast to make it for you. So there we go. Let's see. Whoop, nope, not going to stay, at least not right now. While I'm waiting for that to stay, I'm going to glue it on to the bee's body. So I'm going to make a little smudge of glue on here. There we go. And I'm going to glue the face on. And you can play with it a little bit. I made mine with the little chin just sort of sticking out below. It's a little crooked. Maybe he's turning his head to the side. Okay, and now let's see if I can stick my antennae under. There we go. So now I've got glue on the head and glue on the body. And there's my cute little bumblebee bee. Okay, and let's see, I would have wanted it, I moved it and now it came apart, which might happen. That's why I ended up taping them last night when I made the first one. Okay, but here we go. So there you go. Stick it on. I'm just pressing down. I think I'm pressing crooked. Oh dear. Oh dear, my antennas are going crooked. There we go. And there's a cute little bee. His little stinger, or her little stinger. I think they say they're all female. I'm not sure. I've gotten kind of out of date on my bee information. But there he is. And there's my original one. And I think they're very cute. If you have these sparkly ones, that might be really, really cute. Or you, and oh yeah, you don't have to make a yellow and black bee. You could make your bee any color you choose. It's all up to you. So that's it. That was our craft for the day. Oops, oh dear. You might need to use a little tape or just to stop picking it up for a while. That would be a good thing, right, Miss Joanne? Yeah, that would be a good thing. Just let it sit, let it dry, and there it is. As you see, I knocked off the antennae again. There we go. Okay, there's my bee. There we go. Just got to stop picking it up. So that's it for today. We'll see you next time with another craft. Bye.